Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a quick little review of a hair care brand that I've been trying out for the last few weeks. I'm going to give you guys all of my thoughts, but before we get into it, I'd love if you would consider subscribing down below. I do a lot of hair videos on this channel, and I mix in some beauty content and a few vlogs here and there as well. Also, before we get into this video, comment down below what brand or product or line you want me to review next. I would love to hear your suggestions. And let's go ahead and get into the review. So, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you have heard me talk about this bread hair oil that I tried out in the video where I did Kathleen Light's curly hair routine. I fell in love with it. I definitely think it's worth it. You can get this little mini size for like half the price of the full size, so it's a great deal, and I think it's a really, really good option. And then not too long after that video, Bread reached out to me and said they wanted to send me a PR package. So they did not require me to do a review, but I really wanted to try these products out, and I thought it would be fun to do a video for you guys because it's a little bit of a different type of brand. And I know that a lot of these products are a little bit more geared toward really coily hair types, but I wanted to try them out on my wavy hair and see kind of what my thoughts were. So in the PR package that they sent me, they did send me another one of these little Bread hair oils, which I won't be keeping because I already have one. I'm probably going to put that in like a box for a future giveaway. I do that with some PR that I get if I don't feel like I'm going to use it. Let's start with the shampoo and conditioner because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about these since they are kind of geared towards coilier, curlier hair types, and my hair type is like 2B with some 2C in it. I don't mind the packaging of these. I think it's cute and fun. Some people might not find it the most convenient, but personally I don't mind it at all. You do still get 8.4 fluid ounces of product in these, and it is silicone and sulfate free. For the hair cleanser, I wasn't quite sure what to expect because it says it's a gentle milky hair cleanser. I have to say that's a pretty darn accurate description of this product. It is definitely gentle, it's milky, it lathers up a little bit but not overly, and honestly I really enjoyed this for my hair. You guys know I generally go for something that is a little bit more cleansing. I like it to lather up at least some, and I like my hair to feel clean. So that's why I often don't go for lighter cleansers or co-washes or things like that. I was definitely surprised by this because generally those types of products do not clean my hair well enough, or they make my scalp feel like it has buildup on it. This did not do that to me at all, and I really appreciated that. I think it's partly because since this is geared towards really curly hair types, those people tend to use a lot of moisture, and you need something that's going to clean that product out of your hair so that it's not being weighed down. But not everyone wants something super lathery and like clarifying all the time. So it is nice to have something like this that actually works because you guys know how picky I am about products like this. I would say that this hair wash / shampoo and the Innate Life one that I've talked about in some of my past videos are the two most effective gentle kind of shampoos that I've tried yet. Personally, most of them just don't clean my hair well enough, whereas with this one and the Innate Life one, I can use them regularly and feel like my hair is still getting clean. So I really appreciate that. I still really like a good cleansing shampoo too. The Not Your Mother's Curl Talk is one of my favorites, and then obviously sometimes I go in with something even a little bit more intense to clarify my hair. But I really think this is nice for those days when I don't feel like my hair is weighed down or anything, and I just want to give it a nice gentle wash and refresh. So that was definitely one that I enjoyed. Now for this hair mask conditioner. And with this product, you get 12 fluid ounces. So a little bit more product in here. This is also silicone free. Naturally, a conditioner isn't going to have sulfates in it anyways. I really like that this is sort of like a hair mask conditioner in one, because I do feel like a lot of people like to use a hair mask in place of conditioner just to give them that extra moisture. And sometimes I do that as well. So I do like this for those types of days. But I have to say this is not the type of product that I would find myself using regularly, just because it is a little bit heavier than what I typically go for in a conditioner. I don't feel like I need quite as much moisture as someone with really, really curly super coarse hair. My hair isn't fine. It's definitely on the more coarse side, but it's not that intense that I feel like I need something like a mask every single time that I wash my hair, but it is nice to have sometimes. So this is one that I might use. I can't say it's like my favorite mask I've ever used, so I don't know if I would reach for it over like my Shea Moisture one or that Briogeo mask that I love so much. I don't know if this would be enough of a love to reach for it over those, but I do think it's nice to have something like this at least sometimes if you need some extra moisture in your hair, or if you just like to use a mask in place of conditioner. Now, I will say, even though this is thicker and a little bit heavier than what I typically go for in a conditioner, if you don't use too much, it doesn't weigh down the hair. It's not so thick that even when you use a small amount, it's still too much, because I have some of those products where it doesn't matter how much I use, it's just too heavy for my hair, whereas this one, if you don't use too much, it's not overly intense. You just have to be very careful with that. So I definitely don't hate it at all. I just don't know if it's one that I will reach for. I might have to try it out a little bit more. I will say it smells really, really good. So does the shampoo, but the shampoo kind of has almost like a Fruit Loop type of scent. It's a little bit citrusy. The conditioner, it smells almost like custard, like vanilla custard or something like that. I don't know, but I do think it smells really good, and it's still one I'm kind of on the fence about, but those are like my thoughts on it. Okay, let's get into the oils, and then we'll talk about the scalp products. They also sent me another oil, their macadamia oil for hair and body. I will say I have not used it on my body really, so I can't speak to that. I thought it was really nice on the hair. It was lighter than I kind of expected for a macadamia oil. I guess I haven't really used macadamia oil, so I didn't really quite know what to expect, but I thought it might be something thicker. But I found it to be pretty lightweight, kind of like the original hair oil. This is called their Everyday Gloss. I found it to be a similar texture to that one and very lightweight, and it sinks in really nicely. Doesn't really have much of a scent, which is nice because you know it's 100% pure. It says it is 100% concentrated macadamia oil. And I think this is a good one if you want to use it for your body as well. But I can't say that I necessarily prefer it over the hair oil. I really like the hair oil, and I'm generally using this type of thing on my hair. But if you want something that you can use on your hair and body, I do think this is a good option. There's just not much to say about it because it's just a nice oil. You know, it's not anything overly fantastic. I do like this frosted glass packaging, and I don't have anything bad to say about it. So that is their macadamia oil. Obviously, you guys, I don't have any stylers here to talk about. I don't think they really have a ton of stylers. I know they have a hair cream, but they didn't send it to me. I also wasn't necessarily like dying to buy it because it does come in a little tub, and a lot of the times those types of creams can be a little bit thicker. You guys know how I feel about that. So let me know if that's not the case. If you've tried it and you don't feel like it weighs your hair down, I would love to know in the comments. But for now, I've just been trying out all of these. Anyways, you guys know how I feel about this hair oil. I really, really like it. It's definitely one of the more lightweight oils that I have in my collection. It's not like the Verb one or the Day one. It's closer, I would say, to the Twist hair oil, although that one is like about as light as it gets for a hair oil. It's almost like a dry oil, but this one is still really lightweight. It smells so good. Literally, it smells like Nerds, like Nerd candy, but not in like an overly sweet candy way. It has like that hair product scent to it, but then it also smells like Nerds. I don't know. It's amazing. I love it so much. Nerds are one of my favorite candy, but it's also just a great oil to scrunch out the crunch or use however you would use an oil. Like I said, if you want something a little bit more lightweight than the Verb one or the Day hair oil, then check this one out because I do think it's worth it. And I love that you can get it in a mini size so you don't have to pay full price for it, since this is a little bit more of a high-end brand. And I noticed on their website that they do have minis of some of their other products as well, which is always amazing. I absolutely love when a brand does that because then if you don't feel like you need the full size, you can save some money. Okay. Last two products are the scalp products. First, I want to talk about this scalp serum because I enjoyed this, but I have to say, I'll show you guys how much is left in here. That's after 2 uses. So maybe it doesn't look like that much is missing, but I feel like you could get maybe 4 more uses out of this. So I don't know if that's completely worth it because this is close to $30. I liked the serum. I liked how it feels on the scalp. It's cooling and like nourishing almost. So maybe if you have a lot of scalp issues, this would be worth it to you. For me personally, I have a lot of hair, like the density of my hair is very high. So to get all over my scalp, it just takes quite a bit of product. And I feel like I would go through it pretty quickly, even if I'm not using it every wash day. And you just kind of have to decide if that's something that's worth it for you. I don't have anything else bad to say about this product. I like that it comes with a little dropper and it smells nice and light and minty and it feels really good. It's just whether it's worth it for you to spend that amount of money on this much product. It's also, like I said, going to depend on your hair density and like how often you would need to use it and all of that. So I wanted to give you that info, but I do think it is a really nice scalp serum and I feel like there's not a lot of those out on the market. I feel like there's more like detoxing type of products, but not as many of these like nourishing serums for your scalp, which I do appreciate that. Lastly, we have the Detox Hair and Scalp Treatment. This is their mud mask. This one you definitely get a lot more product in. I feel like it would take me longer to go through this because since it is a detox treatment, I'm not going to be using it quite as often and you get a lot in here. So this one is very smooth and creamy, very enjoyable to use. It's not too thick where you feel like you have clay on your hair even after you shampoo, but it's not runny. So it's not like it's overly messy or anything. It's really easy to spread and use. And honestly, if I was going to go for a mud mask for my scalp, this would be the one because the texture and everything is just perfect in my opinion. Doesn't really have a scent at all. Like I said, it's really easy to use, which is like an important thing for me with something like this because it's like an extra step in your routine. I think the packaging is cute and fun, and this is one that if you are looking for something like this, I do recommend it, but it's just going to depend on your personal needs. I personally do sometimes have scalp issues where I get really itchy or there's buildup on my scalp or something like that, and it is nice to have something like this to go in with, especially mixed with this scalp serum. That's actually all of the products. If I had to pick my favorites, it would be the hair wash and the Bread Everyday Hair Gloss Oil. Those are the ones that I think are the most worth it for me, but I didn't hate any of these products. They're just not all ones that I would necessarily find myself repurchasing or constantly using, but I don't have bad things to say about the brand. I definitely think they are a brand worth supporting if you find a product that would work for you. I feel like this got a little bit long. If you stayed until the end of the video, leave me a purple heart emoji in the comments just for funsies. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little review video. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.